Hello and welcome to Face Check. You're joining me for the Deck of the Week broadcast, something that I said I hope to do quite regularly. Here we've got a new Deck of the Week, a runner deck from Spags. Pitchfork. No forked or cutlery events in it, so I'm not quite sure where the name comes from, but I saw a lot of this at Leisure Games Store Championship last week, and it's actually quite fun to play and getting a lot of sort of traction. So the premise of the deck itself is just to always have all the answers, do some shaper bullshit, the kind of standard stuff that they do, but there's a couple of cards that really enable this and let you pull whatever you want out of your deck whenever you want it. So the core of the deck is relies on a new card, and that is Artist Colony. Artist Colony is from Kalagoda. It's a resource location, doesn't cost anything to install, and you forfeit an agenda to search your stack for a card and install it, paying the cost, and then shuffle your stack. What this lets you do is able to pull things out of your deck, and it can be anything at instant speed. You know, any paid ability window you can do this, and obviously you don't really want to be selling off your hard-earned points, so fan sight counts as an agenda worth 0 points. So after they've scored the first agenda, if you've got a couple of these down, you'll be able to get in pretty much everywhere. So the other parts of the deck take advantage of Haley's ability. Now Haley, the first time you install a card each turn, you may install another card of the same type from your grip, again paying its install cost. So there's a couple of tricks with Haley that let you do build up a little faster than you maybe normally would with another runner. So here you can see she's very heavy on resources, 19 resources. Aesop's Pawn Shop's a must, sell off all your old tat to Aesop. Daily Cast, get your money going. Film Critic, still a good card, a very good card in fact. Vital in some matchups to find it. Hunting Grounds, now you actually see Hunting Grounds in quite a lot more decks these days for some reason. Now, turns off Kamainu, turns off Data Raven. Well, that doesn't entirely turn it off, it stops taking the tag. A number of things going on with Hunting Grounds that make it actually worth having. Don't have to pay the tax for toll booth, or lose a click for troll, or pay a credit for turnpike, things along those lines. Same old thing, that's really just there as a crutch so you can levy later on, because you'll be going through your deck quite quick. And Technical Writer, because obviously you're going to be installing programs and hardware as well. The mulligan condition pretty much is Professional Contacts. It's your only draw in the deck, and even then it's not really draw, is it? You could click for a draw and get the same amount of cards, but obviously getting the credit at the same time is pretty good. To encourage you to draw more than you might usually. And the trick with Haley is you draw up and then you install two things until you've got your rig up and running. Now again, taking full advantage of her ability, heavy-ish on the hardware. Astrolabe is a console. Again, good for the draw. If you're up against some of these horizontal decks at the moment, IG, Near Earth Hub, you'll be able to power through your deck a lot quicker. Clone chips and paying the most wanted list influence there, definitely worth it. Plascrete saves you from dying horribly, and with Artist Colony, if they see source or mid-seasons or whatever, because you've just stolen the agenda, you can always get rid of that to pull your Plascrete out, maybe save your life. And then your sort of win condition really is R&D interface, just hammer R&D until you've got all their agendas. Breaker Suite, again designed to take advantage of Haley mostly. You've got one lady, now she costs an influence as well there, on the most wanted list. That's your Barrier Breaker. Chameleon can be picked up, dropped down. Now you're going to use that in conjunction with Haley's ability to install a second program whenever you install a first. So you can install a second something whenever you install a first something. So being able to clone chip out something like even cash for your money and play Chameleon from hand to get you through whatever you encounter lets you go that little bit faster. It's not quite a pure Chameleon deck from Haley, but actually it's quite a good shout in her deck. Two Cyber Ciphers. Now you've got to play play clever. What you really want is one on the scoring remote, one on R&D, and that just kind of locks those down. Atman, you know, Atman 4 is still a classic. You're not going to be able to modify the strength much, but that should get you through a lot of things. Then Clot, stop the fast advance a little bit. David, get through those bigger ice, and SMC to pull things out quicker. Now you can SMC on your opponent's turn as well. Again, taking full advantage of Haley's ability. And then you'll see you are quite light there. You know, if you need to recur Lady tokens, if you need to recur David tokens, you do have Scavenge, and that will let you pull them out and put them back down again. Now all this, you know, installing from hand, installing multiples and stuff, technical writer again, your economy is going to be pretty solid in this deck, and we will see how that works. So I've played a couple of times now. Let's go on to the game here, see what we can do. So I'm in casual or competitive. Let's head over to competitive, new game, we'll put recorded. Now most, or a few guys from London are down at Darksphere this evening, so they will not be on. None of my friends are currently on. If you remember, again, Jank Techie lets you have your friends, or make a note of your friends. And then let's see Kochi Nakano. Right, see how it goes, what we up against. Okay, so if I can get Astrolabe early, good luck. You mean you don't watch the channel? This is an outrage. That's the shortened URL, FaceCheck UK. I should maybe actually put the YouTube on the background here, but I'm presuming since you're watching it you know where it is. I'm going to mulligan that. As I said, the mulligan condition is Proco. Here I'll be able to install Proco and Artist Colony, and then draw money. Now I really want Astrolabe again as quick as I can. This is probably going to start going sideways quite quickly. Depends what flavour it is. I'm going to go check that out, but let me just first of all Proco down, yes, Artist Colony, draw, and then like a boss. Now it could be a snare, it's not entirely unknown. I'll leave Jackson Howard mostly because I cannot afford him. So there's the sexy alt art Jackson Howards. Let's zoom in a little bit there. Once I start getting everything installed, I'll probably have to zoom out again, but not to worry. So Near Earth Hub, you got Kalimsha Near Earth Hub at the moment. Going for a quick score most likely. Install, if I can find a cache. Thanks, Sven. Yeah, if you can get your mum to watch, that's great. Then I don't really think I can get in. What could I install that's cheap enough? Nothing is the answer. So let me now. I'm just going to install you, and I'll have to give up on that one. I mean, I could have dropped Lady and taken a run at it. He's not going for the score. I really need Astrolabe. Now I'm not quite over my cold yet, but I'm feeling a lot better. So draw. Bit short on money. Let me SMC, and I'll also install Lady off the back of that, and then let me install Fansite. If I miss the if I miss one of these as being an agenda, at least I'll be able to recur something. So Mumba Temple is protecting. Now Mumba Temple is probably going to do a lot of work for him during the game. I might potentially give up on chasing the credits, like keeping them down on money. So let's do 1, 2, there's Astrolabe, so then let me Proco once more and install that with that. Okay, so I can get, I've not seen a cache yet, I've still not seen Aesop, so a lot of my money still to come. but I am struggling a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be probably a no money. Go daft. Yeah, I mean obviously he's going to score the Astro here, and oh, he's still got 3 credits, which isn't too bad for him. So let me I'm actually going to sack that off for Aesop. Oh yeah, no money. Dope. What I really wanted to do is get that sell off daily casts, but too late. Well, that's my own fault, so can't blame anybody there. Well, can't drag it back. Proco. Let me then Proco. Now I need to keep my money is the problem. What if I this is murder. Well, let's make him spend some credits, I suppose. Run R&D. See what's there. It'll cost me 1 token. Not to worry. Pay 3 to trash Jackson Howard. No, pretty pointless. It'll be alright. I need to keep 4 credits to get the clot out. And then finally let me well, this is horrible. Scanner credit, let's bin you and bin you. I'm pretty sure he's a pure fast advanced variant. No real reason to have Mamba Tempo if he's not. It does help pay for the Sands and other things. That's fine. So now I've got a bit of draw there, but again not what I need, so let me think. Let's Proco once more, and then kinda need to check his remotes is my problem. Let's run server 6. Now I can't let him have a clot, not a clot, Cyberdex on the table. They do so much work for him. And he's going to leave it. Probably not the best play. Then let me, I've got 2 MU, so let's Sci on R&D, and then let me drop you as well. 1, 2, 3, and then let me install you. So I've not got any technical writers, not seen an Aesop, that's first cash. Things aren't going particularly swimmingly. Sure. So now let me Proco. I don't have a lot I want to install. What if I great question. I've no MU left, so let me just clone chip and daily casts. Really need to find yes, done. Okay, so how am I going to get money is the question. So, see if we can do that. Very kind, it's my own fault for popping it. Now technically I wouldn't be allowed to pop it because the game state doesn't change. So let me get Aesop, close and shuffle, gain a click, and install Aesop. So then we start turn, sell you, and then we see what we can do. So I've got 2 MU. Let me pull you. Well, I've got to go check, I suppose. Run server 4. What is it? Yeah, he's going to get the rest for free, but there's only so much you can do with money, I suppose. Toll booth. Let me clone chip cash. Aesop used up. Aesop used up the Haley trigger because it doesn't really work right when the start of turn actions. So I'll give myself a click and install you. Now take the money. Alright. Encounter. Then continue. And hopefully it's something. Yeah, sad times. Yes, no. Hit you, but I can't afford it. So that's not too bad, I suppose. Then let me proco, and let's drop a fan site. So I can still, excuse me, I can still clone chip out a clot. But it is going to prove particularly difficult to stop them totally. Yeah, have to. Right, see what else we can get going on here. So it's not too difficult to get in there, but I imagine it's another Cyberdex. I mean, you could see the clone chip as well as I could. So now start turn. Excuse me. So what have I got that I particularly care about? Let's proco. Let's proco. Ugh. Horrible. And then like, it's such a limited amount of things I can install here. What are the rest of these ice suite likely to look like? Can I have a punt at Atman 2? Probably not. Yeah, let's YOLO it. R&D. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's a terrible play. But I'm only really scared of sentries, and there's not too many sentries in here. Yep. So I mean, he's basically made plenty of money on those. Alright, let's pop that David. The last cliff will be to scavenge David if it comes to it. Break it with Lady. Here's hoping I've got stuff to trash. There wasn't a lot I could do with the stim hack credits, so just playing it to get out of hand, which is a fairly stupid move. Yes. But that does mean I'm now in a world of hurt. Now, is he playing 3 cyber decks? Because if not, what's that? Let me run server 4. Better check. It could well be that that's the agenda, sneaking it out. Oh well. I wonder why he went for it when... And there goes that. So, need to discard 2 cards. That'll be Proco and... Sai. Love a good shortened name. Okay, so I've been playing pretty badly. I did get off to a really bad start, but I'm not doing myself any favours. So you can just score it out. Could be another San, I suppose. Would he have... How much money was he on? 3. I think it's worth going for. He's got the 2 pad campaigns up and running. He's obviously fishing for something else. Yeah, it's probably not an agenda. So now, let me... sell you. Then Proco. Do I believe that that is an agenda? Could be another. Yeah, I might as well go see. Scavenge David, install David. No, that's fine. And then let's run it again. I'd like 1 more credit, but I don't have it. I could just click for 3 credits myself. Damn it, I knew I needed 1 more credit. No. Okay. So, how am I going to win is the question. I mean, I could have sold... I'll discard 4 cards. Goodbye. Brain damage. I could have sold Astro for a cash. Doesn't seem like a great idea. How many clone chips are in here? 2, and I do have 3. Yeah. Yeah, stand by. Right, so let's Artist Colony for a clone chip. And then let's clone chip for a clot. This wouldn't be so bad if I had the whatchamacallit, the technical writers installed. Like doing all this, you know, you're making money. You see, I've been short of money, but like I said, that was because I was a little slow off the mark. Yeah, you might as well use that to res San if nothing else. And then advance, and then server 7 has the... Yeah, so he's running 3 cyber decks, and I think that's definitely something that you kind of need to do. I'm now, however, pretty boned. So, let's have a think. Can I sell anything? No is the problem. So 1, 2, install. No. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to have to scavenge this for another one. That was silly. Should have done clock. Yeah, definitely should have done clock. Never mind. I'll not worry about it. Learning game. So I have played a couple of games with this Haley deck, but this is the first competitive game I've played, and yeah, I can see why it's good. I'm not piloting it particularly well. I'll maybe get another game after this. Nope. Yeah, I can't stop him now. because I've only got one clot, and yeah, it's all over. The dream. Okay, so let me start my turn. Let me sell you. Let me artist colony for an RNDI, and then install another from your grip. Yes, RNDI, and then let me credit. Sure, now I get a technical writer. Credit. Yeah, go on then. 1, 2, 3. And then let's run R&D, I suppose. Thanks, Andy. So lose 3, break it with David. It's a bit of a Hail Mary run now, but you can see, even though I've been playing kinda bad and not really thinking about the game, I'm doing okay. Is this another Archangel? Well, sure, let's bust it. Continue. Now the chances of me winning here, especially after selling an Astro, is pretty slim. So there goes the Jackson, reduce the density. He's probably got the win in hand, but without that third scavenge I couldn't really bring the thingy back. Oh, got a steal. No, I didn't want to trash Daily Business Show anyway. Little engine. And little engine. So, excuse me. This is probably GG. Again, nothing I can do now. Yeah, GG. Oh no. So he's going fishing. I might levy. In fact, I'm going to have to levy because I need the cash back, the clock back. And if I can get the clock back, then I'm in a pretty strong position. So start turn, let me sell off. Yeah, let me sell off you. Then let me levy. Then let me scavenge you for another one of you. Then let me stim hack R&D. Encounter. Bust. Continue. Trace. I got the credits. 6, I'll just spend that, because that is free money. Continue. And then bust it with Lady. It's very good shaper bullshit. Yeah, if I hadn't played so badly at the start, and if I knew the deck a bit better, I think this would be a really strong contender. One more. No, it doesn't matter. And then let me just run on server 9, which is probably a Cyberdex. Daily Business Show, no. So I'd imagine he's got it in hand this time. Yep, raise that for free. Go digging. I mean, you must have it. If not, I'm going to have to go fishing for the clot. So I've been there. Did he pop another Jackson? Fast track, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. So he knew there was nothing in the top 4 cards. And then install. Oh, install a new remote. Another Jackson. Right, so I very badly Need to go find clot. In fact, I can find clot. I can sack off. Be able to get clot. The worm has turned, but you can in fact install and use CyberDex Virus Suite in the same window. So let me no, maybe keep that for better days. Right, 1, 2. I need some more money. It's annoying. 3. Then let me overwrite lady. Did that work? And install you and you, pinning you and getting the money. Now, sacrificial construct might not go amiss in here. It does prevent the purging of the clot. So, is he going to end up decking himself is the question. I mean, they're all in hand at this point, right? The legwork wouldn't be too bad either. Alright, I think I'm going to start checking his hand. So sell you and click 1, run HQ. What is it? Wrap around. Meh. Yeah, sure. Continue. Slightly annoying. Run HQ again. Bust it again. How's he got so many wraparounds? And then let me proco excuse me, install and install. So that's my money up and running. I mean, not that there's much game left. 10 cards. I find it very... He's got 2 cyberdexes in there. I was trying to ping them out of hand as much as the agendas. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Oh, token. Gotcha. Alright, GG. Yeah, that was all I needed. I should have actually preemptively got it out. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about breaking news. Nah. Played bad. He played well. Yeah, I mean, like, he knows his deck, and what it does very well. I like the Mamba Temples in there. This Haley deck's really good. I piloted it quite poorly. You know, you can keep the MBM players in the back foot with the clots. I might put a Sacrificial Construct in. I really like Sacrificial Construct, and being able to fetch it with the Artist Colony to prevent the purge is pretty good as well. So that's that deck. Now, let me show you something else. There is this site, excuse me, Netrunner log, where you can track all your games. Now you see you here, I played one earlier. I actually won that, but I wasn't in the casual part there. All you have to do is you sign up for your account, and then you drag the bookmarklet to your bookmark bar. And once you've finished a game, you click on the log game button, take you over to here. You can put the details in, so select existing deck, yep, Pitchfork, description, played poorly at the start, but deck came back strong, and just a few notes, other guy played pretty well, and then you can just save the game there, and that's that. Yeah, I saw you digging. Right, so that's that for Deck of the Week. Hopefully you've seen a few of the tricks. You see the way I played fairly badly to begin with, and then how I managed to almost claw it back. If I'd played well at the start, I reckon that would have been a much closer game and very much could have won. But until next time, this is Face Check, jacking out.